Hello, everybody. Welcome to a live reading. One after months, I have to say. I got distracted. I started reading books. I have to be honest. This one is a special one because this is a live reading for our oh no CRINJE competition. That's how it's said. I know I didn't reveal that, but it's CRINJE. We have I think we have 6 submissions. And I think the concept is fairly self-explanatory. Ezra and I will read the submissions to you guys, to the audience, or to anybody who's watching this after the fact. Say hi, Ezra. Ezra's not saying hi. He ignored me. Is it my thingy? Or... Ezra, why? Why did you leave me? I think his iPad. You know... Also, a little bit of lore dump for the records. My freaking laptop broke. This reading should have been last week, but my graphics card broke. Oh, he's back. So that's why it's a lot of improvisation here. Yeah, of course, today. Oh, yeah.
I wanted to click on my phone to see if I could read the chat, and then it connected me on my phone and disconnected me here. So I'm just going to not do that.
Oh, my God. See, why didn't you bring your laptop? Or you don't have one?
I don't have a laptop.
Oh my God, you are such a boomer. No laptop? No, you're such a zoomer, actually. Only zoomers don't have laptops.
I have a desktop and an iPad.
Oh my...
I used to have a Surface. Battery is shot on my Surface.
Okay.
So,
you get a pass.
That's what we got.
You get a pass. Fine. I think, no, I know, because I did myself. There's a fixed... Hey, I'm a zoomer and I have a laptop. Valid joy. You are an elite zoomer. If ever. Ezra is neither or, because you're not a zoomer. Ezra is a millennial.
Something like that.
Right. I made a set list. I don't think it matters if I reveal it or not. I think it's more fun if we just like let it happen to us. It's yeah. Do you know which stories you assigned yourself, Ezra?
No.
Okay, I think I'm the first. And you're number 2, and then it's me, and then so on. Okay? Cool.
Beauty.
Right, let me just check if it's recording properly. Yes, it is. So, our first entry for the Oh no, CRINJE competition is... the weird and obsessive fandoms of famous serial killers. Are we ready? It's me. I'm going to read this one. What is this? Like a 4... Not even half a page for a chapter. We love it. Okay. Chapter 1. Good. Okay, let's go. Chapter 1. Determined like never before. Oh, I forgot to say, if you guys want to chat while I'm reading, that's fine. I just won't be able to read the chat, obviously. Okay, let's go. Miguel stood in silence, inside his darkened room, facing the closest mirror, studying his features. We got a mirror description. His cheeks were sucked in, his nostrils flared. Why would you stare at yourself in the mirror and flare your nostrils? Okay, his medium-length wavy hair drooping over his squinty eyes, exquisitely natural. He looked reptilian, sleek in his movements as he cocked his head left to right, right to left, studying his own face against the piece of inspiration taped to the frame of the mirror. It was a picture of Richard Ramirez. Oh my fucking God. Bent at the corners and torn at the edges. The obsession, the urge, the inspiration. They were all things he felt surging inside. But looking like him brought him closer to becoming the Night Stalker. Tonight was the night. Uh-oh, guys. Chapter 2. The Too Enticing Taco Trans. The moon was out in all its glory. Miguel gazed upon the moon, feeling the cool, frigid air of winter caress his skin. He held his gaze at the moon. Oh my God. At its crescent shape, its Cheshire-like smirk, Miguel smirked back, letting his canine rest on his lower lip. The smirk wasn't dangerous, quite the opposite. It was charming, almost welcoming. It was a show of power, a quiet message to the moon. You showed me yours. What? Oh, God. And with that, feeling triumphant, Miguel continued on his merry way down Tajunga Ave. It was right after sunset, the sky dipping its final stroke of blue and black over the orphanage? The orange hue of the fleeting sun. Here I thought. Anyway, the late Friday traffic had been at full throttle for quite some time. Twice the honks blaring, twice the amount of cars in lines of traffic. That was why Miguel walked. Ease of access. He passed the taco tent. The thick scented cloud of grilled meat and charred peppers slowed him down. The hot scent of grilled jalapeno pepper, the aroma of grilled green onions flirted with his nostrils. Oh, this is beautiful. He stopped, turned to the tent. The steamy scent inside the cloud of fragrances called out to him. Is this sexual tension with tacos? Because that's so valid. Tacos de asada? No, tacos al pastor. They called to him. To his hunger, his rumbling stomach, he pictured 4 tacos al pastor, fresh off the grill, resting on styrofoam, his hands sprinkling the chopped cilantro and onion and drizzling the red salsa over them. His mouth watered. Just then, there was a loud, ear-splitting screech that jolted Miguel out of his taco trance. A short, fat kid sat on a bike and stood at his feet. "Out of the way, Unc!" he yelled. Unc? Miguel thought to himself. He was in his early 20s. With a quick glance, the tubby kid scattered, shifting his gears as he rode away. Miguel continued his walk, leaving behind the appetite and enticement out on the curb. Okay, what is being set up here? Is he gonna kill somebody with tacos? Okay. Chapter 3. Is more pizzazz too much to ask for? Miguel turned on Burbank Boulevard. This route was the only premeditated move of the walk. When he first walked out of his parents' house, it wasn't planned. Actually, none of this was planned, but random. Yeah, that's what... Okay. He did... I was about to line edit this and then I remembered where I am and what I'm doing. He did set out to have his first kill under his belt, which was also premeditated. However, his destination, victim, and neighborhood were not. Burbank was cleaner than North Hollywood. Less piss on the sidewalk, more trees. Quieter, too, even friendlier. Every single person he walked past greeted him with a courteous nod or a simple hello. He'd get the occasional good evening, how's it going? Miguel never answered, just nodded. He walked blocks, past bars, gas station, banks, gun stores, anything that welcomed consumers. And as he walked, he took notice of the street names. Which street name would sound better on the news? It's weird, I actually like that. Anyway, he passed by Evergreen Street, past Ave, Maple Street, all boring, too predictable. He kept walking and passed Kenwood Street, Screenland Street, Edison Boulevard, and N Hollywood Way. He grew irritated at the selection, wishing the options had more of a flair, more pizzazz. For the next 7 streets, his eyes didn't gaze at the names, not until he passed N Florence Street. There was a stutter in his step, but he kept moving forward, his pace irregular. What, like a zombie? Okay. When he arrived at N Naomi Street, his body was already turning itself back. He stopped under the street sign, mouthed the word Florence, his upper teeth scraping his lower lip. Can I try that? Florence. Florence. Not a sound escaped his parting lips. He mouthed the name over and over until the repetition sped up in his head. Florence, 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 Florence. Blurring into the sound of an angry swarm of bees. What? He turned toward the street and walked beneath the shadow of the trees, hiding from the street lamps. I hate the word streets now. Okay. Chapter 4. Does dog piss smell worse than sweaty human ass? That took a turn. Okay. It was a little past 11 o'clock when Miguel found himself staring at an unlatched chain link gate. On the other side stood 2 studio-sized apartment buildings. He moved past the gate, not touching a single surface. The closest studio had the same style gate, just bigger, that led to a backyard. He slithered towards it. I'm actively imagining this guy as a snake. Oh my god. The latch had already been undone, which caused a slight flicker of surprise to cross his face. Miguel gripped the long metal pole and pulled, the bottom gate scraping against dirt and grass. He snuck in when the gate opened wide enough for his slender frame to fit. When he was fully within the backyard, he closed the gate carefully, and yet the metal clinked softly. And yet? Ezra, help me. I can't stop line editing. What have you done to me?
Yeah, you gotta just let it flow.
Yeah, okay. A dog barked in the distance, just a single bark, as if telling Miguel he was aware of his nefarious intentions. He stood there in complete pitch-black darkness. The smell of dog piss enveloped the air around him. It was coming from the neighbor's backyard. The smell was so strong, his nose hairs frizzled into burnt, curled tips. Once he gained his composure, he turned and examined the tiny backyard. The weeds were overgrown and took hold of a small picnic table set for 2. The table was dusty, dirty, cobwebs and birdshit caked the What is this? What is that? Oh my god, the table was dusty, dirty, cobwebs and birdshit caked the table's surface. There was one long rope of unused hanging lights dangling from the top of the window and across the chain link fence. A window. Miguel crouched toward it. Ooh, this person gets a huge plus because they used toward and not towards. His feet softly crunching the dried dead weeds near the picnic table's legs. He peered in. It was dark. ... But something to the left of the abyss caught his eyes. Caught his eye? Okay. A faint glow of red-orange light pulsed beneath the slit of a door. His heartbeat rose. The entrance door to the kitchen was unlocked. Another surprise. How careless can someone be? I'm going to clock it right now. He's going to find a taco. Okay. The door closed behind him with a soft clap. That didn't worry him. The faint pungent smell of sex that lingered in the air was more worrisome. It smelled like sex, or ass, or both. He couldn't really tell. Maybe it was both. Like a lizard gliding on ice, Miguel slithered through the kitchen.
That's great.
Like a lizard. Oh my god. Perfect. I love it. Miguel slithered through the kitchen, avoiding the littered countertops. He cleared the kitchen in 3 steps and shifted his body past the dividing wall. The light still pulsed, steady, strong, just as he first noticed it. He stopped in the living room, next to the large TV hanging on the wall to his left. A few steps... What is Ezra doing?
Oh, sorry. I was rolling on my chair.
Okay. A few steps in front of him was the door. This was it. The beginning of the end of today. His readiness prepared him for what lay behind the door. His readiness prepared him. Oh, I love it. What if there isn't a person in the room? I would need to open the door to observe the person. That is what I call Schrödinger's victim. Kill me. He swung open the door. Chapter 5. Miguel against the weird, obsessive girl and her dildo apocalypse. He stood at the doorway, completely petrified from the overwhelming smell of cum and sweat. The air was putrid, thick, and moved around like a low-hanging fog. Between the small slit of his lips and the gap between his two front teeth was a small enough opening for him to taste the tangy flavor that hung in the air. Ugh. He had sudden flashbacks of walking through Koreatown's Sunday fish market and gagging at the leaking box of fresh salmon. Oh my god, it was the same tang and sting. Miguel held his breath, squinted, letting a drop of water streak down his cheek. What? He looked around the faintly lit room. On the bed in the center was a girl. She was lying on her back, her head dangling off the bed. He took in a long breath through his nose. A win-lose sniff. A win-lose sniff. Oh, I love it. A win. Brilliant. She opened her eyes, rubbing them each with both hands. Richie? She asked. Miguel froze, again, feeling slightly miffed that he kept stepping into unexpected encounters. Is that you, Richie? She asked. Am I dreaming? Miguel's silence spoke louder than words. Can you get the light? It's on your right, she said, out of breath. Oh, wait, out of breath? Can you get the light? Can you get the light? Oh my god, it's on your right. And like some obedient idiot, Miguel's right arm raised, fondling the wall for the switch. When he finally grasped it, between the tips of his index and thumb, he envisioned her nipple as the switch. What? Would they be as pale as this switch? He pinched the switch. The light flicked on. He turned to face the center of the room. Her head was still dangling off the edge of the bed. Like a toddler waking from a nap, she rubbed both eyes. Am I dreaming? She repeated. Miguel scanned the room, ignoring her question for the 9,000th time. The room itself was ordinary, but the decoration that adorned the room were of petrifying nature. On the walls were hundreds of pictures of Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. Some of them were overlapping with newspaper clippings, some old and torn, others printed on glossy pages. Above her bed, dead center of the opposite wall from the door, was the enlarged, half-pixelated picture of Richard Ramirez in court, flashing the pentagram on his palm. The girl stared at Miguel, whose jaw seemed completely broken from shock, and let out a low rumble. She held eye contact with Miguel as she turned over into a prone position. She raised her hips upwards, letting the oversized shirt, slide off her bare ass. Holy shit, what is going on? With one of her tucked hands, she reached between her legs and pulled something down and out. Oh my god. Miguel watched a faint twitch flicker across her eye as a wet, suctioned sound erupted from underneath her body. She took in a deep breath and struggled to straighten herself up. Miguel noticed a large, black, glossy dildo bounce back and forth on her tightly gripped right hand. It was dripping. It was dripping? Flinging droplets of bodily fluid all over the sheets, the floor, splattering near his shoes. Oh, God. There was a layer of thick... Oh my god, is this cringe? Like, this is the other kind of cringe, okay? There was a layer of a thick, creamy texture at the shaft of the dildo. Miguel swallowed his nausea as he stared at the elongated, rubbery cock. It was as long as his arm. Girl. The girl sat on the edge of the bed, facing Miguel, as she pulled her white, red-trimmed panties from her ankles up to their place. She lifted her skirt and Miguel's eyes immediately followed her movements. He noticed her belly, eyes scanning around her belly button, and followed the shadows where her abs were present. He noticed the faint happy trail of peach fuzz and traced it down past her waist. His eyes lingered on her beautiful pubic mound, noticing how enticingly puffy it looked.
Jeez.
Said help. He noticed the word ooh stitched on the front of her panties and mouthed the word ooh. I'm kidding. A smirk flashed across the girl's face. Do you like them? Miguel gulped, said nothing. He was still frozen from shock and trying to process everything he had witnessed. Do you talk? She said, shifting in place, the dildo still bouncing in her grip. His eyes dragged down to the glossy shaft. She looked at the rubbery cock, then back at him. The same smirk appeared. Afraid of a little competition? She teased. What the fuck is this? Miguel had single-handedly broken into the most disturbing place that he could have imagined, and it belonged to someone more twisted than he was. A serial killer-obsessed groupie. Are you supposed to be Richie? She asked. Yes, he blurted, his mouth opening before his brain could catch up. She smiled, mouth rigid square, eyes blank like the emoticon. The smiley face emoticon. Why are you in my room? In my apartment? She paused. Did you know I was in the middle of my weekly TERRER or something? Terror? Miguel asked. No, it's terror, she said. It's pronounced like the word terror, but it's actually an acronym. Oh my god. What does it mean? Oh wait, what does it mean? Miguel asked without missing a beat. Thursday evening, Richie Ramirez etching ritual, she proudly said, flashing a toothy smile. Oh, I see. Like terror, but with an E, not an O. Terror, he repeated. Yes, but no, it's not terror, it's a TERRER, she insisted. Wait, what? A twitch formed in Miguel's left eye. Edging ritual for the Night Stalker. Her smile widened. You get it now, don't ya? I get obsessed, but this is something else. I should leave. He shifted in place, suddenly feeling a cold chill crawl up his back. Why are you here? Can you please answer my question? I don't want to ask a third time, she asked, swinging her feet lazily. Miguel knew if he wanted to leave, he'd have to cooperate, because now he felt like a hostage in his own confusion. Look, he stepped inside the room, feeling fully present. I feel like we're a lot alike. Her brows furrowed. Excuse me, wait. There we go. How so? Miguel glanced around the room, pointing at her decorations with his one hand while the other reached for his wallet. He opened it and pulled out a wrinkled picture of Richard Ramirez, the same one with the pentagram upon his palm. She screeched with joy as her eyes lit up. I knew it! He slid the wallet back in his pocket, gazed steady on her, and said, I was just out for a walk, and I was fully, doing my own ritual. He paused, lips curling with embarrassment. At least, creating one. Was I going to be your first victim? Yes, but I had no idea I was going to run into this obsession. He looked around the room once more. She snickered, pointed at him with the flimsy dildo, and laughed. Do you wanna link up? She asked, her laugh lingering in her voice. What do you mean by that? You know, obsessed over Richie together. Talk about him together, read about him together, edge together. Putting an emphasis on edge, eyeing him up and down. Oh my god. Miguel swallowed dry dirt. He thought about it for a second. A partner? One I could be myself around? I guess we can try. Oh wait, I guess we can try, he finally said. Great, put these on. She flung a pair of white, red-trimmed panties. Oh my fucking... He caught them as they slid off his face. He turned them around. The word itadakimasu was stitched on the front. And with that, Miguel raised his arms, trying to seem ritualistic, and said, By the power of the Night Stalker's shadow. His voice cracked, causing his arms to topple a shelf to his left. Dozens of different colored dildos fell on the floor. Some were stiff with dried layers of caked, creamy texture. Some were completely metal. Some had spikes on them. Dildo apocalypse. She giggled. Welcome to the fandom, loser. Oh my fucking god.
Oh dear.
Oh my god. I was expecting a different kind of cringe.
Oh dear. What a way to start.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. You know
It's
that.
oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Jesus Christ, whoever this girl is, she should clean her sex toys. That's just. You're inviting a yeast infection. Oh my
That's
god.
true. That is true. You hate to see it.
I just realized I forgot to send you a link, so I'll do that for the next one. It's your turn, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let me send you link in chat for those who want to
Link
open
in
it.
chat. All right,
Okay.
here we go. The title is Jesus. Okay. The title is Symphonies of Desire. The bass was percussive surgery, hammering nails of pure vibration into his very marrow. Around him, bodies merged in the humid dark, prayers made flesh and offered to the altar of noise. In the strobing schism through the forest of limbs, slick with a shared unholy chrism, he saw her, a sculpture carved from something colder than marble, more pliant than clay. A baby T spelling forever heart emoji was stretched taut across curves that seemed to pulse with their own secret rhythm, a cruel joke told across centuries. Her movements were not merely sensual, they were geometric, an anatomical blasphemy.
Oh my god.
Uh, your italics. She pressed her back against him, her ass grinding against his hardness as her teeth found the cartilage of his ear. The bite was sharp enough to draw blood. Communion and claim, baptism and brand. Her tongue traced the wound she'd made, tasting copper and submission. The sweat of 1,000 strangers became a slick baptismal film between their forms. Ew, film.
Why?
Ugh,
Why? Like, I'll just want to bet
ugh,
every single one of
ugh.
the stories is smutty.
So,
I swear, you
so
guys.
filmy and ugh.
Oh my
He
god.
watched, a predator blessed and cursed with his maker's gift. He could slip into weak minds and puppet their desires, a parlor trick for the spiritually destitute. But it was a hollow theater, moving dolls through motions while their souls remained untouched. What he craved was not obedience, but the glorious communion of a genuine, self annihilating hunger. Jesus, okay. A low moan tore from her mouth as her wetness soaked through the thin fabric between them. Her hands found his, gliding them beneath her shirt to her bare skin, her nipples hard against his palms. Under his touch, she shuddered and arched her back, curving in a perfect crescent of surrender, as if his fingers were styluses,
What is
carving
going on?
invisible scriptures across her
Oh
flesh.
my god.
Her breath came in ragged gasps as she pressed herself harder against his nails, riding the edge between pleasure and pain. Marks of possession that she and she alone had sanctioned, her body the willing altar for his desperate worship. Her
Oh
hair
my
whipped around her face like black serpents. Her lips, full and glossy, held a perfect reticent cruelty. A single silver earphone was pressed deep into one ear, a direct conduit to the chaos she commanded. She existed in her own pocket of reality, a sensual and utterly self contained universe. Look at me. His command was an arrow of thought fired into vacuum. Her focus remained absolute, her body a seamless extension of the machine. He felt his psychic probe slide off her consciousness like a scalpel off diamond, leaving not a single scratch. Stung, he gathered his will and pushed again, harder, his desperation bleeding through the space between souls like stigmata. Look at me. For the space of a single silent beat between rhythms, she let her hands run free. She took a slow, deliberate breath. Then she looked. The beat exploded into a pillar of shearing industrial noise, a shriek of frequencies that seemed to tear the fabric of reality itself. Kilohertz ascended to megahertz, climbing toward terahertz, a sound that spoke not to the ear, but directly to the therapsid remnant in his DNA, to the iron borrowed from dying stars in his blood. His very essence vibrated apart like a prayer book in acid rain. The, the congregation on the dance floor froze mid riot, their faces locked in rictus grins of impossible ecstasy, jaws unhinged as if to swallow God whole. Hands reached for a heaven that had forsaken them, sweat suspended in the air like jewels of devotion, silent screams trapped in the ether, and in the heart of that static, there she was. Her dark, cold eyes, cold eyes locked with his across the strobing chaos. He felt his shame growing hard under her gaze. She smiled, slow and predatory, her tongue darting across her lower lip as if she could taste his arousal through the space between them. In that searing glimpse, she swallowed his sight, his name, his very notion of self. The bass, the bass dropped. The industrial shriek collapsed back into a sobbing, relentless beat that seemed to emerge from the Earth's molten core. The crowd erupted in a single orgasmic roar of rebirth that dissolved into heat and haze. She was still at the decks, a slight knowing smile on lips that looked freshly kissed by devils, her gaze lingering on his face like a benediction. Then she vanished behind the booth. Her inner circle, a nest of beautiful, broken things, parted for her, orbiting her devotedly in their shared ecstatic bliss. He found her in a backstage alley, a wound of concrete and shadow, away from the club's pulsing heart. She was leaning against a graffiti scarred wall, the scrawled words like blasphemous sigils in the half green light. A cigarette was held loosely between figures that seemed to glow. Ugh, so predictable, she said, exhaling smoke with a bored laugh. You're gonna make me work for it, right? The words came out rougher than intended, his power coiling within him like a serpent tasting the bars of its cage for the last time. Am I, though? She pushed off the wall, rolling her eyes. Babe, your whole mind control thing, it's reductive. Like, you're really out here thinking you're the shit because you can fake big dick energy? Ch- Child. Her words were scented with nicotine and vodka tonic, but underneath was something sweeter, darker, the scent of open veins and forbidden blossoms. I could give you what you want, though. She stepped closer, voice dropping to something almost intimate. I can see it. That hungry little thing eating you alive. You want to be adored. Not that Punch and Judy? Boomer? Not that Punch and Judy bullshit. I could teach you to get in their heads, like really in there. Make them dream of you. Make them need you like oxygen, like blood. I can make you a fucking king. You want that? He looked at her, at the ancient stellar confidence blazing behind her eyes, the way she spoke of impossible things, like ordering a coffee black. I don't want that shit, he said. I want you. A smile bloomed on her face like a night flower in a forgotten Eden. Good boy. She dropped her cigarette and hooked her fingers into his jacket collar, yanking him in. As her lips crushed against his tongue, her tongue forced its way into his mouth like a serpent claiming paradise. He became Christ in this gutter Gethsemane. She kissed him like she was devouring him, her teeth catching his lower lip, her hands tangling in his hair to pull his head back, exposing his throat to her hunger. A library of atrocities poured into his soul. The vivisection of angels, the architecture of hells built from the weeping nerves of saints, cosmetologies of lust written in star charts of flayed skin. His own memories began to fray and rewrite themselves, his small victories becoming hollow pantomimes, his shame magnifying into mortal sin. He felt his gift, his very soul, being unspooled from him like septic sutures, drawn into the perfect devouring void behind her lips. The sound of his soul was a silent, unending scream as it was turned inside out. She followed him down as he slid against the concrete, straddling his lap, her hands framing his face like a perverse pieta. A single violent spasm rode through him as the final thread of his being snapped. He collapsed, empty, a deflated organ, a cathedral after the goddess fled, its architecture still standing but devoid of meaning. She stepped over his hollow shell and walked back to her decks. His skin began to seethe, to boil from within. Topographies of agony erupted across his flesh. A sigil blazed to life on his forearm, keloid tissue raising thick and angry as a scar from God's own whip. The flash of a burning library, its flames frozen in tortured relief. Another erupted on his chest, a king prostrate before a goddess, carved in excruciating detail upon his sternum. The bass called to him, a four on the floor resurrection hymn that commanded, Lazarus, come out. His head snapped up, vertebrae clicking into alignment like rosary beads. He shambled back into the club. The industrial shriek had given way to a deep primal techno that seemed to pulse from Mother Earth's womb. A communicant approached him first, his trembling fingers tracing the burning scripture on his arm. Then came others, like dogs upon Jezebel, drawn by the scent of fallen divinity. The faithful descended, each seeking their own story written in his flesh. The music ascended toward its crescendo as the congregation fell upon him with hungry devotion. The first communicant's mouth found the burning scripture on his arm, tongue tracing the raised keloid before teeth broke skin. He gasped in perverse ecstasy. Each touch was electric, each bite a kiss from angels hard on blasphemy. The first strip of branded flesh tore free with a sound like wet silk ripping. He spilled himself, his back arching in obscene pleasure. Hands and mouths descended with the solemnity of the sacrament, each congregant consuming their portion of the divine word written on his skin. Sound and suffering reached their apex together, a wave of pure, annihilating rapture that seemed to split the firmament at its seams. She lifted her hand from the decks. Shalom, motherfuckers! And the crowd went wild.
What the fuck is shalom, motherfucker?
That was something.
Oh my, oh my god. Shalom. Oh my god. What in the Matrix? What in the Constantine Matrix crossover? Oh my goodness. This is what happens if you just let loose the purple. You just like
so much going on there. Oh dear.
Oh my god. I don't even know what happened. He just got kissed, right?
There's a lot happening. Oh dear. That was amazing.
That was really good. Oh,
some good stuff.
That was some meta cringe.
Stuff.
That was
truly some good turns of phrase in there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my. Oh. Lovely. Lovely. Yeah. Symphonies of Desire for anybody who wants to vote later.
Very good.
Are you doing the next one? Can you check the set list? Because I'm recording. I can.
Yeah, hold on, let me look. It might be me again, actually.
I think it might be you, yeah.
Yes, it is. I requested this one based on the title.
Okay, wait, let me move on to that. Can y'all see? Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you'll have to link it to me again, too.
Oh, yeah, true. Let's...
I'm excited. Oh, what a title.
There. I don't even know what its title is, just called CRINJE. CRINJE.
Oh, this is, it's how can you see into my eyes, parenthetical, like open doors.
Oh my god. Oh, na, na, na.
Oh, baby. Oh, I see something I like here already.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Author's note. Hey, sorry, I suck at summaries. Please don't sue me, Dr. Seuss. I claim no ownership of any of these characters. Dash. Sorry, Miss, Yin? Is there a Yin? The consigliere secretary probably has some in... Hold on, I gotta find my voice here. The consigliere secretary probably has some interiority or a life to get to or some solitaire to play, but she's very clean-cut and basically normal looking, and you hate her. You just fucking hate her because she reminds you of the bitches who made fun of you in high school. You forgive her for this because you're a good person. Swipe your long bangs from your eyes and raise 2 fingers in the waiting room. That's me. It's... How should this be pronounced? Your name or YN? How should I say it? I don't know the official terminology. I think I'm gonna say YN. That's me. It's YN. You correct her. Yin, she repeats, wrong. YN. Okay, well, he'll see you now. You stand and brush by her, as well as the other mafia captives, sitting and texting on their phones, glancing at yourself in the waiting room mirror. You're short, with huge, your eye color eyes, and your hair length and color hair. Author's note, sorry if you're tall, LMAO, hashtag Hobbit life. your, your hair is thrown into a mussy bun. Unless it's short, then it isn't. You don't know you're beautiful, parenthetical, and that's what makes you beautiful. Seated in his office in an enormous leather armchair is the love of your life. You also hate him, though, but later you won't. They call him Greedler. He's pale, with dark hair and sad eyes, twig thin in his European cut suit. It's not green because this is a mafia AU. It really fits him like shit, but he's hot anyway. Yeah, okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yin-chan, mi amore, he announces, spinning in the chair to face you. How the hell are you? What is there's so much going on with this guy's dialogue. Don't give me that, baka. You sweep the papers and Funko pops off his desk and plant your purse ass on its mahogany surface, whipping the butterfly knife off the strap around your thigh. Hell yeah. What the fuck did you kidnap me for, asshole? Author's note, translator's note. Baka is Japanese for asshole. Smiley emoji. Right, that. He steeples his fingers and dodges your flipping the knife around because you're very clumsy and are liable to poke someone's eye out. Don Lorax was asking after you. I don't give a fuck, you answer. My mother sold me to you, not him. Well, I used his credit card, so. God fucking damn it, you bastard! You lunge at him, but you are clumsy, and you fall over to roll onto Oncey's lap, but not before you sink the knife into the desk. All right, so we know this person was on Tumblr. That is mahogany! Wait, he squeaks. That is mahogany! He squeaks. But it doesn't matter because you plant a big fat kiss right on his mouth. Your tongues battle for dominance and your hands run through his hair to mess it up. He lifts you up in his twiggy, skinny, pale arms and pins you against his office wall. You wrap your legs around his waist easily because he's so thin and also pale and so hot. And his long fingered hands push your skirt up. Hold on, wait, you yell, between still kissing him. He's mere inches away from putting his thingy in your you-know-what and doing it. I can't. Fuck, I can't either, he muttered angrily. I promised your virginity to the Lorax. And I'm not just some slut who sleeps with men. And I'm not fucking the Lorax either. That's so gross. He keeps you pinned to the wall anyway. And approximately 8 ellipses. His free hand nervously brushes back his hair. 8 more ellipses. I don't want him to have you. I love you. Your name. Well, I don't yet, so fuck you. You spit in his face, but you're pinned to the wall and can't get any leverage, so it just kind of dribbles down your chin. Baka! You are such a fucking brat, and you love it, but I hate you. You kiss each other. You kiss each other more, slobberingly, for about 20 minutes. He puts you down under his desk for safekeeping. Since you're so tiny, you fit there pretty well. But you're fiercely independent and punch him in the balls just to prove you're not like the other girls who would just passively submit to being shoved under a desk. You're special and also different, and unique too. Hey, I'm trying to save you from the Don's wrath, he snapped, interrupted in his mafia paperwork. Stop that. No! God fucking damn it. If you don't stop, I'll kill you. That defeats the purpose of keeping me safe, you point out. Yeah, but I will kill for you, and that includes killing you. This tracks with you, and when his business is done, you slither out from under the desk and into his lap. It's honestly super romantic and hot. Take me now, you announce. Your name? I never thought you'd ask. You fuck in the chair and fall asleep because I have homework due tomorrow and I can't finish this chapter. Okay, thanks, bye. Heart emoji.
Oh, that was beautiful. Oh my god.
Was beautiful.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Even the typos.
Oh, the typos were pretty peak.
Oh my god.
Tumblr kid confirmed.
Oh my. Oh, beautiful. 10 out of 10, yeah.
Glorious. Love to see it.
Oh, dear god. We're going through these. No. Actually, we've been at it for an hour. Can you believe it? We're at the halfway mark.
Hell yeah.
So we have 3 more to go. And now it's me, then it's you, then it's me again, right? I'm closing.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Okay.
This one is it's all nanites now.
Okay. Okay, are we ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, Joy, I think they would accept. I'm pretty sure they would accept your smooch. Okay. Next story. This one is It's All Nanites Now. Ella's Journal, November 21st, 2008. The Genesis. Dear Diary, I will remember today forever. That's why I decided to start documenting my life. This evening, I went to the movies theater alone because I am that special and I don't need others. Damn. Little did I know, inspiration would hit me like a prophecy at the twilight of my new life. And the prophecy of my new. What? And the prophecy of my new life will begin with the tragic goddess queen, Bella Swan. Only then I knew it was my time to shine, not as a background extra, but as the main character in everyone's story. My name is Ella. And if that sounds suspiciously like Bella, well, that's not cheating, that's fate. Yes, missed a letter, but who are you to judge? We're both not like the others. We're both depressed. We're both depressed, awkward, and clumsily cute. Sure, I am ugly. But when I let my hair down and you tilt your head a little, I swear I look like her. All I am missing now is my secret tragic king, like Edward, that only I can fix. And of course, every main charter. What? And of course, every main charter needs a tragic backstory. Mine involved losing a chunk of my body and replacing it with this mechanical wrist. And no, that's not gross. That's proof of greatness. I got it as a gift from my Uncle Dexter, a tragically misunderstood genius man in this family, but only I can see who he is, and I always made sure to let him know I admired him. I wished he was my father. I fused with you perfectly, he said. Of course. Oh my god, it fused with you perfectly, he said. Of course it did. My body understands evolution. So it didn't matter if I got bullied because of this gift. It didn't matter if I was called a cyborg, a robot, an abomination, ruining forever my senior high year. That's like the worst thing that can happen to you. In parentheses, no teenagers were harmed in this story. How I got the mecha wrist was when I faced real death. Real death is capitalized. Yes, I wasn't just some emo like those posers with side bangs and black t-shirts. I am the chosen emo. My story started when a team of cybernetic scientists and politicians came for my uncle's presentation. He dropped a revolutionary concept that could change the course of humanity. Nanites, the sentient microelectronics, or whatever. Some looked up to him in awe, while others in doubt and envy. I looked at him like he was the new tech messiah. See, I was there for support. The moment he was done, the sound of explosions interrupted the wave of applause. Again, another mecha war eye roll. We rushed to the windows to see our beloved national hero, Optimus Prime. His metal shining under the sun in blue and red colors, leading the Autobots to defend our wretched city. When his nemesis, Megatron, flew by in form of a mighty black jet, he suddenly transformed into a giant gun held by his trope, the Decepticons. His trope. The gun shot at the hero, sending him straight into our building. The world suddenly broke around me as I met the ground. A sharp pain tore through my arm, and the world vanished into a blur. Poof! When I opened my eyes, my hand felt heavy and wrong. I looked at it and I saw it. A piece of glorious, shiny metal replaced my wrist. It moved at my will. It obeyed me. You're awake, said Uncle Dex with prideful tears running down his cheeks. I created a miracle. He smiled and added, Please, you will have to stay longer so I can run more tests and make sure everything is fine. I thought sure if this meant we get to spend more time together. Wink, wink. Again, no teenagers were abused in this story. Oh my god. November 30th, 2008. The Book of Flesh and Steel. Dear Diary, today a strangled pulse, a strange pulse was echoing in my heart, or maybe it was the mecha valve vibrating. Yes, he also gave me a mecha heart valve, but I forgot to mention it because it was hidden. That's when a memory hit me. My mom laughing as she told me about her childhood when my uncle used to forbid her from touching a secret red button inside his closet. I thought, what kind of scientist hides a red button? The pulse in my chest grew louder. My heart wasn't beating, it was calling. I followed the call to his house. No one was there, but of course had a spare key. I went to the closet and there it was, a big red solitary button on the wall. My eyes sparked in awe. Ooh, what does this button do? I mindlessly said as I pressed the button. A panel in the wall slid open to reveal an elevator. I stepped in as the ground began to sink, my mecha valve vibrating louder, until a door opened into a vast lit chamber, and there it was, the commander of my heart, or mecha valve, a big black humming cube in the middle of machinery. My body moved before I could think as my hand reached for it intuitively. The moment my wrist touched its surface, a surge of something invisible raced inside, traveling through my veins. My body collapsed, the world dimmed, and then nothing. Big eyes emoji. Just stare. When I came to myself, I was again on the metal bed with lights above me. My uncle next to me, his glasses reflecting data from a nearby monitor. She is awake. Oh, he's whispering. She's awake, he whispered in disbelief. I looked at my wrist that felt heavier. My arm from elbow to fingertip was fully mecha now. The nanites from the Altspark cube reached your graft. They used your own cells to spread the machinery. It is alive! Oh my God. The last word made my stomach turn. This is not the greatness I was aiming for. I was terrified. Was I still me? How much of me will have to change? But I need to trust my uncle. He will definitely save me. Uwu. I think that's the uwu. Apostrophe. December 1st, 2008. My metal composed the Hallelujah? Dear Diary, today I sat with my normie family watching the news. Again, another war, _E. Optimus Prime, breathtakingly and joyously heroic, defending the city. As the TV's camera frame changed angle, my arms started twitching again, my heart pulsing in sync when I saw him, a mighty jet emerging from the clouds. Megatron, the Dark Omen. My cheeks burned hot as my breath quickened. I was uncontrollably swooning at his might. That's when I knew it was love at first sight. Oh dear God. I rushed to my room both ecstatic and horrified. I dropped on my knees before the Twilight movie poster. What would you do, Goddess Bella? Crying emoji. December 2nd, 2008, The Gospel of Megatron. Oh, holy diary. You will never believe what happened today at school. War sirens rang mid-class, students screaming, teachers shouting while evacuation everyone. Megatron as a colossal onyx war truck, majestically parked as if waiting just for me. Smiley face. Come down to me. Don't be afraid. Oh wait, should I do that? Come down to me. Don't be afraid.
This works again.
It works. His voice wasn't in my ears. It was vibrating through the nanites in my veins. I serenely followed my heart to accept my destiny in the parking lot. His door opened. I didn't hesitate. I jumped in. Megatron's driver cabin felt like the safest place in the world. My eyes scanned the place as my hands stroked the leather seats, warm and comfortable, cupping my bottom. Oh my fucking God, what is gonna happen? His His steel gleamed under the sunlight. The rumble of his engine thrummed through my chest like a sexy heartbeat. The scent of diesel fumes, both euphoric and exhilarating. His metal and power made something flutter in me. Down there, that I didn't even know existed. I was trembling in the presence of his grandeur, and it made me completely his. Ella, I have been waiting for you. He called my name in his gravelly, metallic voice. We are connected through nanites, you and me, one consciousness. His words, hypnotic, whispering straight to my soul. You and I are the same. You were cast out because you were different. People oppress the weak and fear what they cannot understand. I was born from such a pain. Spoken like a true tormented soul. And only I can understand it. You are kind, special. Ella, the divine nanites from the Allspark Cube chose you. Esther Host. You wait. You will serve a big purpose that aligns with mine for freedom in the universe. Spoken like a true alpha leader. Oh my god. You will see I was a revolutionary on my home planet, fighting oppression along with Optimus Prime. But he weakened, forgetting to save the innocent and spread peace with an iron fist. He lost his way and turned against me, calling my allies to deceptions until I started losing them. The world is truly unfair. Crying emoji. My plan is to unite this chaotically cruel world. We need peace. Your role is to help me replicate more humans like, you, who are meant to understand our cause and fight by our side. Humans with, big brains, who can control mecha and become transformers themselves. With you by my side as, my queen? Their queen? We will succeed, and no one will question you again. Meet me tonight at Half Peak Mountain entrance outside the city. His wishes are my command. Crying emoji, but with a Y. His door opened and I rushed home, my heart beating, filled with love, purpose, and hope. I knew Megatron saw through me and knew my worth. Like a true soulmate capital, linked by destiny itself. I got home, panting only to find my Uncle Dex anxiously waiting for me. I need intel and data from your DNA nanites fusion. With your help, I will prove to anyone who doubted me that we can fix and improve humans at will. Forgive me, Uncle, but I have to let you down for someone else. Someone greater with a higher purpose. Yours is not that deep. What do you call this emoji? Closed eyes, one is bigger than the other? Uncle Dex put an electric bracelet on my mecha arm. A nanites inhibitor, he said, to prevent me from receiving data signals from any harmful cyber life form. Someone like Megatron could use me, he said, and connecting with him was forbidden. What a tragedy! Crying and screaming. Emoji. Our love might be forbidden, our nanites connection might be cut, but no one can put cuffs on my heart because my purpose is set by the universe itself. I ran to my room to drop on my knees before the Queen Bella's poster. The wind blew my hair as a tear ran down my back. In your room, girl? Bella, Just like you, who did the impossible to be with your man, I will be brave and do the same. In the name of all forbidden love, send me your blessings. Amen. Tonight, I will show everyone who didn't understand me that I am worth something. I will show them what true love is. They all brag about their boyfriends with fancy cars. My boyfriend is the fancy truck of doom itself. I mean of true peace. I will make you peaceful by force. Tonight, I will run from home by the window, taking with me only my diary as a companion. Farewell, old world. Ella plus Megatron equals eternal dark love. Heart emoji. December 4th, 2008. Revelations of the Circuits. Dear Diary, the night I ran from home, I met my beloved. Half Peak Mountain as our witness. My dark knight stood like a giant robot. A 3 floors building tall, his giant head aligning with the stars. I took it as a sign. Who did this to you? Oh my god, there it is! He roared fiercely. Oh, it has to be a roar. Oh, sorry guys, I can't scream. It's kind of late. Just imagine, sorry. I was so committed to the bit I would have done it, but it's late. I can't scream. He roared fiercely as he saw the bracelet. His mighty voice rendered my heart weak, and I cried bitter tears. Our nemesis Optimus Prime appeared from the distance, shouting my name, blabbering about me being deceived. You Uncle Dexter sent me! Wait, I have to do an Optimus Prime. You Uncle Dexter sent me. Megatron is reading your mind to manipulate you. Lies! They don't know him like I do. Touch her and you die. Oh, it's Megatron. Touch her and you die. Megatron growled as he opened a trapdoor for me in his big feet to ascend to his core chamber. I got to be safe and cherished inside him again. A long mecha arm emerged from a socket to unlock my bracelet. His familiar voice rang inside me again, filling me with awe and love. Welcome home, Queen. Please, sit on the throne. A majestic steel armchair emerged from the ground for me to rest. I heard a click from my mecha arm as it attached to my royal seat. His circuits reached into mine as data ran on a screen in front of me. I slowly somber into a deep sleep, dreaming of cells and nanites, bio and tech. We merged instantly. I couldn't tell which one was inside who anymore. Code entwining with blood, flowing like love letters. Metal syncing with heartbeat. We were creating something together, something alive. The next thing I knew, when I woke up, I was made into a real cyborg queen. I was fully his. It's all nanites now. Miss Megatron forever! Heartbreak. Princess of Shadow and Mecha. Oh my god. Look, I thought I never got to use the gremlin voice again, but it was just too good an opportunity to pass up.
Oh, way too good. Amazing stuff. You love to see it, truly.
Oh my god.
An iconic reading, an iconic characters, I think. We can all agree.
Megatron. I just know that this type of thing actually exists. There is a fandom that...
Oh, yeah.
I think I met somebody who wrote something like this.
I mean, Lindsay Ellis wrote a whole book that was basically this.
What's it called for research purposes?
It's what is it called? What is her book called? What is it called? Hold on. I'm looking it up.
That's okay. We can take
Axiom's End.
And that's robot smut?
I don't know if it's smut, but it's clear that it was inspired by smut.
No
even
way.
if it's not smut. It definitely is like sexy robots.
Axiom's End. Okay, noted. We'll see if I can get that.
Hell yeah. What's next?
I gotta copy it. The Undoing of Logan and the Heroic Saving... And then I can't read it anymore.
That's amazing. The Undoing of Logan and the Heroic Saving of the Beautiful Rebecca.
Let's go, Ezra.
Oh, I already like the looks of this one to start off with. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Here we go. Logan. First of all, my IQ is 123. That's 23 points above the average. When I was a kid, I made my AP history teacher cry when I corrected her on the meaning of the word bourgeoisie. She quit, bro. Intellectually, I am your superior. I'm only even telling you this because someone like yourself is without a doubt too much of a baka to understand just how imbecilic your attempt to circumnavigate the natural machinations of my mental capacity is, XD. So here's the deal. You can't have Rebecca. We are already soul bonded. I've already imprinted on her, and she loves me. You couldn't even begin to give her what I have to offer. When we first met and she called me dude in the lunch line, I knew. I knew just from the way she looked at me with those big, beautiful, doe like eyes and smiled that we were divinely fated to spend eternity in each other's arms. My pheromones are like black tar heroin to her. The way her nostrils flare when she's near me, the way she starts to sweat like a cat in heat. You could never make a woman feel like that, Logan. Let me make this easy for a meathead like you to understand. I have over $200,000 in my college fund, Ivy League, bro. I have a 2010 Vision, fighter pilot level, and my grandfather is a fifth generation Freemason. Do you even know what that means? My family is literally Illuminati. Do you even want the kind of smoke I can bring down on you? I possess a power that you could never understand. And if that weren't enough to highlight the massive difference between us, my BMI is literally 49.3. The muscle density alone that I'm bringing to the table. My doctor called it, quote, concerning how prepared I am for combat. You can't compete with me. You just can't. Ask me how my hamster died. Yeah, you don't even want to know. That time when Rebecca told Leah that you were hot in gym class and you overheard them and started talking to them? Yes, I heard all that. Even from the bleachers, my hearing extends for miles. Let me tell you what really happened that fine Thursday afternoon. There were 6 clouds in the sky, by the way. That's how good my memory is. Right after Rebecca said to Leah, she looked right at me in the bleachers. That look told me everything I needed to know. The way that they were snickering after you came up to them, it was obvious that they were making fun of you. Honestly, I feel bad for you. I really would. If you weren't so arrogant, I'd be consoling you and giving you a shoulder to cry on because that's the type of guy I am, a good one, a sensitive one. That's what women are really attracted to. But since you, Logan, aren't a good guy like me, I won't do that. I'll just tell you that you need to watch your back, to think twice before you think you're safe, because things aren't always what they seem. And sometimes lurking in the shadows is the demon that you least expected to come through for you. Squinty eyes emoji. You probably think this is a warning. XD, 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 XD. It just shows how foolish you are. Squinty eyes emoji. I'm already 20 steps ahead of you. Yes, 20. That creak you heard in your room last night, that was my astral projected shadow form. That twitch in your eye, those were my nanobots, already taking hold of your tiny brain. That crunch in your grilled cheese, those are my slow acting venom capsules. And sometime, when you least expect it, it will stop your heart like the 5 point palm exploding heart technique, which I also know how to perform. I'll just leave it at watashi wa kazedesu. XD. Look it up, bro. XD. You really think Rebecca isn't aware of my power? You really think she can't feel it? You really think that even though it's been 6 years since we graduated, that this isn't exactly what she feels when she sees me in town? Dude, how about I tell you what is in her head? Something you'll never be able to sense with the pinpoint accuracy that a 12th degree sense master like myself could. Even though even an idiot could see that she's only been living with you all this time because she feels bad for you. So let me enlighten. Oh shit! Did my headphones die? No wait, are they still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hello?
I just muted myself.
Am I still here?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, okay, I am. I
Okay.
don't know. Well, my headphones like changed their volume a lot. Hold on one second. Where was I? Hold on. I gotta scroll back to my document. Where some good stuff. Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
let's go.
da, 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 da. Uh, hey, okay, okay. Even though an idiot could see she's only been living you all this time, that she feels bad for you. So let me enlighten you. When Rebecca sees me, she's thinking about sex. She's thinking about her tight, hairless body pressed up against mine. She's thinking about my 13-inch cock squeezed in between her milky breasts. She's thinking about how you could never please her the way a real man like me could. She's thinking about the way that I would make her vagina feel super wet, and the way she would scream when I instantly found her G spot. That's the part of a vagina that you're supposed to find, not that you would know. That's what she thinks when she sees me. And it scares her. It scares her how strong the attraction is. That's the only reason that she hasn't given in, buddy. That's the only reason she hasn't become my waifu. When she looks at you, oh yes, I can read her mind then too. So let me tell you, when she looks at you, she thinks about your crumpled, ugly baby dick, your stupid fucking haircut. She thinks about how long she'll keep pretending before breaking up with you and running into my arms. That is the truth. Those are the facts. Let me paint you a little picture about how all this is going to end up. Knock, knock. Rebecca is knocking at my door. She's wearing a long black dress because she knows she doesn't have to show off skin for me. She understands that I would never judge her like you do. She's ready to start dressing modestly and throw away that slutty crop top you always make her wear. Oh, hi there, sweetheart. What are you doing here? That's what I say to her. And instantly she bursts into tears. She rushes into my arms and puts her head against me. Shush, shush. There. It's over now. I tell her that. But she just keeps crying. She's so happy to have finally left you. I bring her over to my bed and I lie her down and hold her against me. Slowly she looks up at me, wiping the tears from her face, and she smiles. I love you, Kirito. Yeah, I changed my name, but she already knows this because of our soul bond. I love you too, Rebecca, I say. We will always be together. Then she pushes her face back into my chest, and that's when she smells it, my pheromones, and she becomes super wet and horny. I notice her hardening nipples poking through her bra and her back dress. Rebecca, you just got here. Are you sure you should be getting this horny right away? Let's take it slow. But she won't hear me. She's already been turned into a wild sex wolf by my scent. No, I need you right now, Kirito, she says, and then she howls into the moon as she rips off my shirt. My dick is always ready, and her doe eyes get even wider as she grabs it and pushes it inside of her beautiful slit. It goes deep into her uterus, and she comes instantly before I can even thrust once. Whoa, calm down, dear, I say, and then I proceed to start pumping, causing a new orgasm with each push. She shakes very much, and by the time I come, she is drenched in sweat, barely able to move. She's never been more satisfied. She can't even remember the name Logan, and she never ever wants to leave my side again. Logan, this is the future. This is an inevitability that I can see, like the precogs and Minority Report. This is what it means to have a 119 IQ. This is the kind of force you are messing with. I know what happens tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. Now that you know this, you might ask, why am I telling you now after all these years? I told you already that this is not a warning or a threat, but it's a kind sympathy to you to let you know that the demon has already been released from its cage. I've already sowed the seeds that will lead to your destruction because I'm not letting you keep Rebecca from her destiny any longer. Forces that only exist in story tales from ancient Mesopotamians are what you are reckoning with, and you should be scared. And I want you scared. And I want Rebecca to see you scared, and I want her to know that it's finally going to be over soon. I've saved her, and it's too late for anybody to do anything about it. My undying love is too strong, it's too potent. You could try to find a higher power to save you, the government, etc. But not only is my whole lineage Illuminati grandmasters and I control everything, but I've also passed 10 different practice bar exams online after studying and reading every single book. Yes, all of the books. If you even think about sharing this letter with anybody, I will sue you to death under maritime law. So I'll make this very, very clear. She is my mate. She is my angel kitten, and she is mine. And Rebecca, if you read this, Logan shows you this, just know, don't worry, my love. We will have all of this soon, and everything that is mine will be yours. I know my power might be scary, but it's the only way to keep you safe. I will never, ever hurt you, and you won't ever have to deal with Logan anymore. Very soon. I love you, Rebecca. Fuck you, Logan. Sincerely, Kirito.
Uh, what do I even say? Oh my god.
That's just
Oh,
unbelievably good.
oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
How? I
That's
love
so
the
good.
freaking mildly. Well, it's not mildly, it's overtly threatening. Oh
Holy
my
shit, dude.
god.
That's amazing.
That is
That is,
amazing. Can we check if
that's
Rebecca is okay?
top tier stuff. Oh, that's truly
Oh,
amazing.
oh my. I am stunned.
Oh,
I am stunned into silence.
it's definitely that. It's gotta be inspired by that Navy
Oh
SEAL
my.
that copy paste stuff. So fucking funny. Holy shit, it's so good. I knew the word, I knew the title was gonna be good. I didn't know it was gonna be that good.
Oh
That
my.
was that was glorious.
Uh, oh, it reminds me a lot of a kid that watched 300. That's what it reminds
I
me.
like that. I
No,
like that movie. Okay,
same.
but
I
yes,
also liked it
you're
for
not
its
wrong. You're not
unabashed,
wrong.
corny, fucking quotable lines. And the cinematography, it's so cheesy. I love it. And all the six packs, of course.
Oh my god, yeah, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Truly amazing stuff. You'd love to see it. Jesus.
Oh my god. Okay. We are down to the last one.
The last one.
Yes.
Hold on a second.
This is YN and the Half-Blood Princess. Let me link it for you guys too. I know I haven't been consistent, but here we go. Author's note. I had to stay with my fucking retarded dad because my mom is in court again and his internet is so slow. So, komenasai for the slow updates. Arigato kosimasu for reading Uwu XD. It was a dark and stormy night. Oh, get out. Get the fuck out. I slammed shut the stupid old book with a smack. This shit fucking sucks, I yelled loudly. Edward tucked a strand of my long raven black hair behind my ear. The Tale of Two Cities is considered a classic by most humans. Yeah, well, it's old. So am I. Oh, he growled. So am I. He growled in my ear, and I giggled. I could never stay mad at him for long. Oh my fucking god. It was a month since Charlie had that Charlie. I thought I was about to catch some strays in this story, but it was a month since Charlie had sold me to the Cullens so he could buy a new fly fishing rod. At first I was pretty mad because Rosalie could be a real bitch and Jasper smells like an old man at the gym, but Carlisle was nice and hot, so was his wife. Author's note, literally forgot her name. And Alice was two, and so was Emmett. Edward was pretty nice too, although he was really old and I was starting to see just how old because he would not shut up about all these bands and books and movies. I swore I was gonna leave when he told me he'd never heard of One Direction. Author's note, 1D4 life. But then he reminded me that I'd been sold and legally I had to stay, so I stayed. So I stated. We made out for a while, which was hot, but actually it was cold because his lips are freezing and his hands are too. So it's kind of like getting felt up by a snowman, but I guess it's still better than Tyler Crowley. I didn't get it. We were just about to really get down and dirty. Author's note. Giggity! When Rosalie screamed. Edward and I busted down the stairs and outside and found her in the yard trying to get something out of Jacob's mouth. He was growling and really didn't want to let it go, the way dogs never want to let stuff go. Jacob, let go! I yelled. I had to work my finger in the corner of his mouth to get him to gag and drop it. Edward nudged it with his toe. It was like a wet little lump of feathers. What is it? I asked. Edward took me by the shoulders and stared into my eyes intensely. Nothing, YN. Forget you ever saw it. The thing coughed, and I screamed, Holy shit, I think it's alive! I looked closer and could see it was a small owl. Owl. In its beak, it held a letter. What's this? I asked nobody in particular. Oh my god, the punctuation is killing me. YN, I command you not to read that letter, Edward glowered. Who died and made you king? Who died and made you king? I was actually king once long... I flapped my lips and snatched the letter. Jacob crouched down and wagged his tail, thinking we were going to play fetch. Jacob, knock it off! He ran off and sniffed Emmett's butt. XD. I opened the letter, which was sealed with a big lump of wax. As soon as I opened the letter, it floated into the air in front of me, and a voice that sounded like Morgan Freeman started to ring it out loud. Dear... I cannot do a Morgan Freeman impression. Dear YN, congratulations. You are actually a wizard, and you are going to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Term starts tomorrow. Wand enclosed. Yours truly, Albus Dumbledore. The fucking spelling. Oh, fuck yeah, I said. I'm out this bitch. I rolled the dead owl over. Now where the hell is that wand? Jacob ran up, panting with a stick in his mouth, but it wasn't a stick. It was my wand. Jacob! Author's note. That's the end of chapter 1. Author's note 2. Also, these characters are inspired. Don't sue me. Chapter 2, Hogwarts Express. Author's note. I don't want to hear anyone complaining it wasn't the literal train. It's a metaphor, stupid. It was my first day at Hogwarts. Author's note. Gross ass name if you think about it. Oh my god, how dare they ruin this for me. And I wanted to make a good first impression. Not because I cared what people thought, but because I liked looking hot for me. Okay, maybe it wouldn't hurt if there were any cute boys, but after Edward and Jacob in Carlisle, I kind of swore off boys for now. My long black hair was pulled back in a ponytail, and I had on my favorite mostly black Paramore shirt. I used the scissors to cut the front some. Author's note. Sorry, Haley, I love you. Heart emoji. So my bra would show over that I had a long sleeve red. Oh my god, my freaking brain is melting. So my bra would show over that I had a long sleeve red flannel that was unbuttoned and the sleeves rolled up so my bracelet showed. I had a studded black belt like a spiky dog collar and the black skirt that showed off my black ripped fishnets, and then I had big black combat boots as well. I dressed pretty differently than a lot of the other girls. You couldn't catch me in Victoria's Secret or The Gap like those preps. I like things a little darker. After putting on some dark lipstick, I was ready for my first day at Hogwarts. I fall plowed the other students to the main hall, clutching my wand. The students were broken into 4 houses. Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw is spelled normally. Excellent. The students in Gryffindor were vampires, which I was not into. Slytherin were demons. Hufflepuffs were normies. Ew. And Ravenclaw were cool. I saw a girl with a streak of purple hair in her hair, and it looked like... Author's note. I'm coming back once I do some research here. Forgive me. Ooh. I need to say it. Ooh. There. Which was pretty cool. YN. You are in? Hufflepuff. Fuck! I yelled. I saw another girl walk over to the normies and realized it was just another girl named YN, and I let out a breath of relief I didn't even know I was holding. Is this Sarah J. Maas? Someone chuckled wryly next to me, and I turned and let out a gasp. Draco Malfoy was an extremely handsome boy with silver white hair and expensive clothes. I see you too share my disdain of the normies in it. He said in a very sexy accent. What's your name, love? I tried not to blush and failed because I have really pale skin sometimes. I feel like it almost makes me look like a beautiful, sexy corpse. YN? I stammered. YN, he repeated. What a beautiful name, innit? He looked my hand. He took my hand and kissed it, and his lips were hot. I mean, like hot. Not cold like Edward's stupid lips, or dog breath stinky like Jacob's. Rawr. Oh my god, kill me. I said coquettishly and giggled. Wait. YN, you are in... ... Ravenclaw. Holy fuck, I yelled. I gotta go. I'm me later, K-bye. I am me later. Okay, that took a while. Processing. What the fuck? Anyway, never mind. I walked over to the Ravenclaw table, and a lot of the girls glared at me. I stuck out like a sore thumb because I was the only one not wearing robes. I never got along with girls usually because they're such bitches, honestly. I get along with guys way better, XD. Author's note. I can't be the only one, right? Question mark, question mark, question mark. One girl in particular looked extra mega bitchy when I sat down across from her. She had bushy hair and was named Hermione. She pushed her glasses up and they did that thing where the light reflected off them and I couldn't see her eyes. That never mind. You know what's also funny? How Hermione is spelled correctly, which I can for the life of me never spell. Anyway, another baka thinks they can join Ravenclaw. Who are you calling baka, you dumb skank? I shouted. This worthless gaijin who sits in front of me, she sneered. I won't let you bring shame to Ravenclaw name. Oma wa what? Omae wo shinderu. Omae wo shinderu. Author's note. IFYKYK. Okay, buddy. I laughed at her. Another girl leaned over. She was kind of pretty in a mousy way with big wide eyes. Hey, sorry about her. She thinks she's so smart. It's annoying. I crossed my arms and gave Hermione an arch glare. Yeah, I'm used to people like her, I said. I love your outfit. My name is Penelope. Have you seen Paramore in concert? I have. OMG, she squealed. We talked about Paramore, Panic, and Dashboard Confessional for like 20 minutes, and the whole time I could see Hermione glaring at us. It looked like her lips were moving like she was talking to herself in her head. YN, do you think you would want to go on a double date with me on Friday? I'm kind of nervous and I think it would be good to have a friend go with me. Sure, I said. What is there to do around here anyway? She stated, talking about I wasn't really listening. I was looking at Draco Malfoy, who was looking at me from the Slytherin table. He jerked his coal black eyes toward the side corridor, and I knew exactly what he wanted. I met him in the hallway. Why were you looking at me like that? I asked. He brushed his lips to my neck, and I shivered in delight, giggling. Draco Malfoy shook his head and turned away from me, his silver blonde hair falling over his eyes. I can't. Can't what? Oh, hey, do you want to go on a double date with me and Penelope? He whirled back, his eyes flashed angrily, filled with rage. I can't. You have to stay away from me. You're the one who invited me here? He shook his head. I shouldn't have. I'm not safe. What does that even mean? Then he was towering over me. I had to tilt my head back to look him in his dark eyes. I'm a demon, YN. Yeah, so? You're an angel. I giggled. No, I mean, you're literally an angel. Haha, very funny, I said. He growled and punched the wall, shattering a block of stone. Stay away from me, YN. I mean it. He stormed off, leaving me alone in the hallway. Well, fuck you too, I yelled after him, sniffing only a little. Oh my god. Chapter 3, The Black Parade of My Heart. Chew wanna leave off, love? I think she's had enough. Shut up, Harry, I yelled. We were on the double date. It was me, Harry Potter, Penelope, and she had brought Jessica something or other as her date. Author's note. If you don't F with lesbos, I don't F with you. Get out, hets. It was going fine until Jessica started yapping about Taylor Swift. See, because this has to be said. I was standing up because I was pressed and most of the Hogsmeade Tavern was listening. Oh, Taylor this, Taylor that. People compare artists to Taylor Swift like it's a defining compliment. Like, Oh, she's like Taylor. But what does that really mean? You think Hayley Williams wants to be compared to a country singer turned pop when she realized she could make more money that way? A singer shoveling the same lamenting breakup songs upon a bunch of tweens who have never been kissed? I don't even think Taylor likes the music she's making. Taylor thinks she's cool, but she's a corpo stooge. Before people who say I love Taylor don't understand that she's a product, man. You don't love Coke. I mean, maybe Dr. Pepper, but still. I think you get what I'm saying. Everyone was staring. I just said I liked Love Story. Jessica said glumly. Yeah, well, how about you just say no? I said. Everyone laughed and clapped. I stood back up. Come on, Harry, we're leaving. I'm not gonna finish this butterbeer with this lame-o. Penelope, TTYL. It didn't take long after we got outside before we were making out. What? Harry squirmed his tongue into my mouth and fisted his hands in my hair. He smelled like butterbeer and a full English, which is what we'd been eating before stupid Jessica started yapping. She wasn't even that pretty, so I don't know what Penelope saw in her in the first place. I wasn't jealous. She could just do better. Harry pulled his tongue out of my mouth. That is so graphic. Harry pulled his tongue out of my mouth with a wet noise and stood and looked at me. I looked back. His dark black hair hung over one eye, and his labret piercing gleamed in the light, as did his eyebrow ring. He wore dark eyeliner and baggy black pants with a wallet chain. A fucking wallet chain? His shirt was black mesh fishnet, which showed off his nipple rings too. Damn, his fingernails were painted black. I've got something to tell you, YN, in it, he stated. Oh, what the fuck? I groaned. Why is everyone telling me everything today? Well, go on, what is it? I think... What the hell do you think you're doing? Oh, a sexy voice. What the hell do you think you're doing? A sexy voice demanded. We both spun. It was Draco Malfoy. He stood there in the snow looking like an avenging angel of death. Touch her and die, he growled, his eyes flashing a demonic red light. Harry looked from him to me, then brushed my black hair away from my neck. What's this then? On my neck was a light bruise. From Draco's lips? Harry let out a growl. Who did this to you then? Stop, I yelled, spreading my arms. I don't want you to fight. Leave it off, love, Draco said. I'll deal with this. I can't say it. I'll deal with this little shit myself. I'd like to see you try, it. Harry replied, dropping into an aggressive crouch. Ugh, I said. I did steal a peek over my shoulder as I left and felt my heart flutter a bit. On my way back to the dorm, I thought about my first day at Hogwarts. It was pretty good, all things considered. Let me in, I howled at the painting. Let me in! That was the password, so the... oh my God. That was the password, so the painting swung open into the common room. Inside was a nice fireplace, and it was empty except for a large, tall, backed chair with its back to me. Heh, a voice said from the chair, but I couldn't see who it was. So the Gaijin returns. Ugh, I groaned. Hermione got up from the chair and I squeaked. She was wearing a black leather corset, knee-high black boots, and black fishnets, and a tiny black skirt. She crossed the room to her black stiletto heels clicking and the red firelight reflecting in her glasses so I couldn't see her eyes. Ah, ha, ha, ha. She laughed. Look at the little goth girl all scared. Are you scared, little goth girl? She put a finger beneath my chin to tilt my head up. She wasn't normally taller than me, but those heels were huge. No, I stuttered. She leaned down and licked my cheek, then giggled throatily. "Oh, I think you are. You see, you may not know this about me, but I'm half demon too." She put her hand around my throat and pushed me against the wall, her eyes flashing a familiar red. End of chapter 3. Author's note. I'm going on vacation to Turkey, but I'll be back in 2 weeks. Hope you enjoyed the chapter. Hermie Mommy last log in 873 days ago. The end. Is nobody there? Hello?
Well, am I here?
Oh my god. Channeled frigging you know, this might have been too soon because I just read Alchemized, so I'm like, Farron, is that you? Thunderous applause. Oh my god. Just when it was getting good, as it's usually the case with fucking fanfic.
Oh, oops, I was muted that whole time.
Yeah, you were.
I'm back.
Hello.
Glorious stuff. A wonderful reading.
Oh my god. It was a lot of fun. Like, I wished I could do the freaking Morgan Freeman voice. You do it, please. It deserves it.
I don't think I can. I can do the hold on. Pull it back up. I can do the chimney sweep voice though.
What's that?
Go down to one of the inits.
So basically, and
Hold on.
There. Chapter 3.
Do you want to leave off? I think she's had enough.
Do you want to leave off, love? I think she's had enough.
I think she's had enough.
Oh my god.
It's amazing.
Dude.
Very successful competition. Still got a vote. I got a vote still.
Yeah, you gotta. You have a week for anybody that's there. So now you've listened to all the stories. The vote is open for a week. You got a maximum of 2 votes. And then I'll declare the winner. The prize is 10k XP, which just levels you up so quickly. So there is that. 5k for second place. And I think 2k for the third. So that's the regular prize for this. In case anybody else wants to join the next one. I'm already going to tease the next one because I'm excited about it. It's going to be horror. I tried to include a prompt for each subgenre of horror. And I tried to include a twist and an untwist. That's the concept. So you got a prompt, a twist, and an untwist.
Nice.
And you can
sounds great, yeah.
You can mix and match how you want. So that's for the following one. But for this one, guys, please vote. Please, if you like somehow can work it into in conversation in the server, ask them to vote too because it's more fun that way. I'll try to do it too, but my university has started, so there's that.
Also, don't reveal which one you wrote if you're a writer.
Yes, it's more fun if it's anonymous. The vote is anonymous. And the submissions remain anonymous until the competition is over. The same is going to be true for the next one. Yeah. Wow. We took almost exactly 2 hours, which is fascinating.
For six stories.
Yeah. Great job, everybody who submitted. And I wish you all success. I don't know if the people who submitted are here. I know a couple that are here. And we will find out by the end of next week who won.
Very exciting stuff.
That being said, thanks for coming, and I'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.